So Nigerians, after years of owning refinery in Nigeria, after billions being spent, after lots of turnaround maintenance, after commissioning of refineries in Nigeria, Nigeria is about to hand over two key refineries to two unknown Chinese firms. So let me bring you up to speed with all you need to know on the Memorandum of Understanding signed by the Federal Government of Nigeria through the NNPC with two Chinese companies to rehabilitate and operate the Port Harcourt and Warri refineries. But Nigerians are now asking, who exactly are these firms? What happened to the billions spent previously? Why are our refineries still struggling after repeated declaration that they will back online? And why does every refinery in Nigeria end with another foreign rescue mission? For us to be clear on this conversation, this is not a final contract. It is only an agreement to begin serious discussions and planning. So, it is a long-standing problem that Nigerian refineries have been unproductive over the years. Even if the country produces crude, we still import most of our petrol, diesel, kerosene, and the government has spent billions of dollars over the years trying to repair these refineries. But then the results have been very poor or completely unproductive. The Port Harcourt refinery, for example, had a major rehabilitation that cost over $1.5 billion. It was restarted briefly, but shut down again around May 2025 because, according to the NNPC boss, Bashir Ojulari, who said that they were losing lots of money to the refinery, so it was best for them to shut it down. So what did he actually say? Bashir Ojulari, the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC, explained that rushing to restart the Port Harcourt refinery before full rehabilitation was a mistake. He called it ill-informed and sub-commercial, meaning that it was not good business sense. So according to him, running the refinery that way could lead to huge financial losses. But he did not say Nigeria shouldn't use the refinery. Instead, he said it was wasteful to keep spending public money without the right partners and the proper condition in place. And so because of that, he suggested a new approach that NNPC now wants to use, and that is what we're about to talk about. So the new approach now wants to change the old method. The old method where contractors were being paid to fix refineries, and most times they do not deliver lasting results. So what is the new plan? The new plan is to bring technical equity partners. That is, they want to bring companies that will invest their own money, companies that will help complete the repairs, run the facilities, maintain them, and possibly expand them. That is the idea that these new partners will have. So they work hard to make sure that the refineries are profitable. So the two Chinese companies involved are Sanjiang Chemical Company. They have good experience in petrochemicals and chemical processing. But the problem is that they don't have strong proven record of operating large crude oil refineries like the Port Harcourt and Warri refinery. And the next company we have here is Xinganchen Industrial Park. This one specializes more in managing industrial zones rather than running refineries. So, but why are people concerned about these two companies? Well, Nigeria, including most people, have asked tough questions. Do these companies have enough experience and capacity for such a big and complex job? Considering their record, what exactly is the terms of this deal? Because we need to see the Memorandum of Understanding. Memorandum of Understanding is not secrecy. So Nigerians need to see and understand what was written, what was signed. Nigerians also need to know if our assets are being used as collateral. So after these years of turnaround maintenance of refineries in Nigeria, it is important that Nigerians understand which part it is getting into. So will we be seeing another case of spending money without good results? Because these refineries represent a huge national asset as far as we are concerned. And so handing over this important responsibility to two Chinese companies that are relatively unknown, it's like you're trying to promote a little scale baker. Just because I know how to bake bread for my family doesn't know I should be promoted to burn bread to make bread for the whole of Nigeria. And that is why most people are calling for the review of the MOU. We need to see what was signed, what was agreed upon. And that is why likes of Dele Oye, who was former president of the organized private sector of Nigeria and now the leader of the Alliance for Economic Research and Ethics, carried out detailed due diligence. Its finding shows that neither of these Chinese firms has a verifiable track record in large-scale refinery rehabilitation or operations anywhere in the world. So from the findings, one of the company has no experience in refinery turnaround maintenance and is also facing financial constraints. And this raises a serious doubt about their ability to handle a project of this size. And the other company operates mainly as a real estate and industrial park management company. So when you compare past contractors who have worked in Nigeria like Saipem, Technomont, both of these Chinese firms appears to have less experience and less qualification. And also, another expert, Dan Kunle, has also criticized the idea. Dan described it as futile exercise and a waste of national resources. He also said that Sanjiang, pardon my Chinese, company owns a petrochemical plant in China, but they have never built, owned, or operated a crude oil refinery. He also urged NNPC to consider open privatization instead of this approach. And this is a major concern we have in Nigeria because sometimes we rush to elevate foreign deals, especially with Chinese partners, simply because of their country of origin, without going through review or due diligence. So these habits, together with our usual secrecy, is the reason why nothing is actually moving in Nigeria. So at this point, Nigerians are calling for transparency. We're calling for the MOU to be openly shared so that people, experts, lawmakers, citizens, me and you can see, review, criticize, appraise, whatever it is. Because without them, Nigeria risks another cycle of disappointment. And most importantly, our resources belongs to us. And we have every right to know whose hands they have been handed over to. It is a truth at a time. Take care and have a nice day.